Now we're here to talk about randomized block experiments. You know, why they're important to engineers and statisticians. In past units we have talked about bias and how they affect variability. Well, randomized block experiments help reduce bias significantly because, they're random. Here we have a randomized block experiment splitting the data in 5 different categories. Say, for example, category 1 is vanilla ice cream, category 2 is chocolate, category 3 is Neapolitan, category 4 is mint chocolate, and category 5 is other. We have 2 separate experiments. In the first experiment, we have the ice cream visible to the person eating the ice cream. They can see the color of each bowl of ice cream. In the second experiment, the people are blindfolded. The purpose of this experiment is to find if the sample is affected by the color of the ice cream or not. With the values that were randomly selected for the teaching of this topic, we can make observations that may or may not be useful. For example, in experiment 1, 23 out of 244 people selected vanilla as the flavor they were eating. Or in other words, 9% of the people surveyed in experiment 1 selected vanilla. The purpose of this experiment would be to find the variability in being able to see the color of the ice cream and not being able to see the color. On this slide, we see a similar example, but the representation is different. Instead of splitting the categories and splitting the experiments, we split the category and placed the 2 experiments within the category. In this slide, we have subcategories. Sticking with the ice cream example, we would change the subcategories, keeping the first 2 experiments. We would add removing the food coloring from the ice cream, clamping the noses of the participants while they eat the ice cream, and swapping the food coloring of the ice cream flavors in an attempt to mislead the participant would be the next experiment. So this example that I just gave of ice cream and changing the variables reduces the variability, and therefore we have reduced the bias, which is the point of the randomized block experiments. I hope that this video was educational to you and that now you have a better understanding of this topic.